Welcome to the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award Bermuda, Session 1. In this presentation, you will view a video which describes how you can discover you, who you are, and who you want to be. Also, you will have the opportunity to see the 3 phases of the award program. The first is the planning stage. The second is the do, or the engagement stage, and the final stage is the review of your activities in the 3 individual activities as well as the adventurous journey, all of which would use a SMART goal. You will also have an understanding of the 4 components of the award, of the adventurous journey, the impact of the journey on the environment, and an appreciation for the culture within the journey environment.
What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? The Duke of Edinburgh's International Award helps you explore who you are, to discover who you could be. Join a band. Try coding. Learn a language. Or find your creative side. Give something back by volunteering in your community. Get active and take on a new sport. Cross a river. Climb a mountain. Walk a new trail. Camp under the stars. Work together with friends to make your own adventures. You choose how, where, what. Join millions around the world just like you and find out what you're made of. So, what are you waiting for? Discover you.
The SMART stands for specific. Be very specific about the goal that you want to achieve with your activity. It should also be measurable. How you can determine that you have achieved what you have set out to do. The A is for achievable. Is the goal too hard, too easy, or just right? Is it realistic? Is it beyond your skill set for the activity that you have chosen? And the final component of the SMART targets is how much time will it take? The first section of the award that we will discuss is the physical recreation section. Participants also reference this to sports and fitness type activities. This section encourages young people to improve their fitness, performance, and enjoy healthy lifestyles for good mental and physical well-being. Some examples of physical recreation activities could include ball sports with activities such as rugby, soccer, tennis, athletics, which could include cross-country running and track and field events, water sports such as sailing, kayaking, and canoeing, winter sports such as cross-country skiing, martial arts, karate, and jiu-jitsu, animal sports, fitness activity, and even some adventure type sports. The skills section of the award enables a participant to develop their talents, broaden their abilities, increase their self-confidence, and improve their employability. Some activity examples that a participant can engage in would be music-related activities, such as playing an instrument or learning the theory for playing an instrument. Sports-related skill activities such as coaching or umpiring, arts and crafts, nature and environmental type activities, and also communication, filming, videography, and photography. The voluntary service section is also commonly called community service. Participants volunteer in their communities by making a positive contribution to the society and demonstrating social responsibility. Activity examples that fall under this section could be community work, youth work, such as offering tutorials, community education and health education, environmental services, charity work, such as working in a food bank or a soup kitchen, and emergency service support. Unfortunately, this is the one section which causes the most challenge for a participant if we had to shelter in place. However, there are some ways to engage in the voluntary service section of the award with these creative ideas. You could learn or teach lessons online and digitally that you can share with others. You can raise awareness of an issue that is important by creating campaigns using your social media platforms. You can go onto online apps that ask for volunteers to collect and store data. You can post inspirational blogs also using your social media platforms. You can also help your parents and caregivers by doing additional chores in and around the house. Another final way that young people have engaged in the voluntary service section of the award would be to read to a younger sibling or relative or an elderly person in the neighborhood. The Adventurous Journey section is the most exciting section of the award because this is where the groups and participants can engage with their peers in a team activity. Most times, they equate this to the camping of the award. Young people discover a spirit of adventure and gain a deeper understanding of the environment and the great outdoors. Teams will engage in either an expedition, which is a journey with a purpose, or an exploration, which is a purpose with a journey. The online record book, or the ORB, is the management tool of how to log your hours and what is counted towards your progress. This slide has an example of a bronze level participant who, through their skill activity, is logging their 13 weeks, which also can equate to 13 hours. This slide demonstrates the impact of how this young person engaged in a weekly, bi-weekly, and even monthly basis for this activity. If we look at week number 1, we will notice that the young person logged their activity on a Tuesday. The total number of hours was 2, and they were awarded 1 hour. The second week, they logged on a Saturday, and again, they logged 2 hours. Cumulative was another hour. But let's move down to week number 8. If for whatever reason you have missed engaging in an activity for a number of weeks, but then when you resume it, you extend your hours, as was done in this case. The young person logged their activity on a Monday, and they logged 4 hours. The ORB will assume an absence of 3 weeks, therefore will allow you to backdate 3 hours for those weeks plus this week. Another example that is shown here is with the logs 9, 11, and 13. If you engage in an activity for multiple times during the week, please log all of those activities and the total number of hours for each one. However, only one of those hours will be counted towards your progress, moving from 1 hour to the next. expedition versus an exploration for the adventurous journey component. Bronze level groups must engage in 6 hours of purposeful effort per day in total, which does not include breaks, lunch, cooking, and sleeping time. Silver groups must engage in 7 hours of purposeful effort per day, but it can include their lunch and rest breaks. Now let's look at how a bronze group would engage in the two options. If the group chooses to do an expedition, and once again, that is a journey with a purpose, 4 hours of their day would be in moving using their mode of transport or travel, and then 2 hours will be engaging in their meaningful purpose activity that they have chosen. If a bronze level group chooses to do an exploration, 2 hours will be spent on their journeying, whether it's walking, cycling, horseback riding, or even a water-based mode of transport. And then 4 hours will be spent on their observation and recording for their chosen purpose. What is a meaningful purpose for the adventurous journey component? Your group will need to decide on a meaningful purpose for your adventurous journey, which benefits the community or the group in some way. A few bad or not so good examples of meaningful purpose ideas that groups have chosen in the past would be counting the number of red cars throughout the island, recording the number of people crossing the road, picking up general trash with no system of collecting, storing, and discarding, or even considering using a partner organization. How do the above examples benefit the community? And could they be adapted to make them more meaningful and purposeful for the community or the group as a whole? Observation and recording skills. Each person in the group must be reflective throughout their adventurous journey. Would the reading of your report prepare someone to meet the challenges and difficulties of an expedition? Journal reflections are to be prepared individually under the journal notes in the Adventurous Journey section on the online record book. The report to present to the assessor should be about your purpose only, which could include any evidence and conclusions that the group has made from their observation and recordings. It is a great idea to bring a small journal on your expedition to write down your experiences, so that when you write your report soon after your adventurous journey, it is still fresh in your memory. Written reports should be understandable, whether they are handwritten or typed, and neatly organized. Be creative with your observation and recording, using technology to your advantage. The next 2 slides show 4 case studies outlining how a group can do an exploration or an expedition. The exploration ideas were related to the accessibility and tourism, environment, and artistic, using technology to your advantage. The next 2 slides show 4 case studies outlining how a group can do an exploration or an expedition. The exploration ideas were related to the accessibility and tourism, environment, and artistic. For the expedition, they focused on the environment and conservation, and also literature. Each of the case studies outlined what was done and how they would be reporting on their adventurous journey observations. Appreciating the culture within an adventurous journey. Here are 4 questions that can be asked to gauge how group members appreciate the adventurous journey. The first question: is everyone in your group comfortable on the journey? You will need to walk at the pace of your slowest team member. You will find this out from your practice journey. Another question is, do you have any dietary requirements in your group, such as a vegetarian? Are you limiting the use of single-use plastics for your meal preparation by using reusable water bottles, cutlery, and even your plates and other utensils? Have you left the environment cleaner than when you arrived? This goes back to the ethos of the Duke of Edinburgh's award, which is leave no trace. Do you pick up trash and clean up your areas? Let's look at the final impact on the environment of groups as they engage in the adventurous journey. The ethos, once again, is leave no trace. Take only pictures, leave only footprints, and kill only time. The adventurous journey of the award is the most memorable section of the award. This is where young people get to spend a significant amount of time with their friends and their peers, camping under the stars, and having a great time together to create memories to last a lifetime.